a wonderful podcast we have for you. We present to you Miss Donna Sharpe, a blogger from TEDEdMoneyConnection.com website and our Facebook page, The Money Connection. In efforts to serve you, the viewer, we honestly try to bring valuable insight and viewpoints to readers through the Money Connection blog. Ms. Sharpe has graciously accepted an invitation to become a blogging author of our great team. Ms. Sharpe is a native of Jamaica, and in her passion to be a health and life coach, for the past 9 years, she has owned and operated Complete Essence Massage and Spa in Brandon, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you our Money Connection interview with our hosts, Ted Harvey and Ed Bishop, and special guest, health and life coach, Miss Donna Sharpe.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the Money Connection. I'm Ted Harvey with Ed Bishop from the Money Connection. And joining us today is Miss Donna Sharpe. She is with the Complete Essence Massage and Spa, and she is a health and life coach. Welcome, Donna.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm really excited about the topic that we will be discussing.
Yes. We will be talking about, just having a conversation with you about the keys to a holistic life, because you are a health expert as well as a life coach. I wanted to ask you a few questions regarding several things. I live by 5 principles, basically, the 5 keys of life, and which is, for me, is health, like the mental part, the physical part, the spiritual, the financial, and the mental. The one thing that I wanted to talk to you about first is the mental, and the second one I want to talk to you about is the physical. How do you, as a life coach, as a trainer, really get into helping people sort of kind of consciously change their way of thinking, to have their mindset to do the things they have to do to improve themselves?
Well, let me just start by saying that we cannot force anyone to make a decision that they don't want to make. And one of the first examples that comes to my mind is someone that's joining a gym that for the very first time, they may not have any familiarity with the layout process of the weight system. And you'll have a trainer assigned to that individual, and the client may be mid-age on up, that is new to the fitness world, believe it or not, and is unclear of what's needed to help them gain the results that they're looking for. So they walk into a gym and they ask how can they get a personal trainer to help them, and the personal trainer may sit with them and go over consults, and they'll take them directly into the training. Well, some of the things that was not taken into consideration, as far as I can see, is a preparation for that person before entering the gym. We don't know what type of background they've had. We don't know what kind of what their early childhood stage look like, how they make different decisions throughout life, what type of trauma that they've had along the way in their life process. We don't know the ups and downs of anything that they've been through, so we're just immediately taking them right to the end of that journey, so to speak. If you're looking at a ruler, we're taking them to the 10 or the 11-inch point when we haven't figured out what the first and second point look like. So now we're basically giving them a plan. We don't know how disciplined they are. We have no idea how they make decisions. And we're just automatically taking them to a workout process that we feel, I'm saying we, I'm going to pretend I'm the gym, that's necessary for them to gain the proper results. Because the gym may ultimately see the monetary piece that's coming in to help that particular facility to improve in their profits. So at that point, they're not directly thinking about how this is truly going to be a life-changing experience for their client. It may be a temporary experience because they may not have the discipline to follow through on what that gym is about to prepare and put in front of them. So when you're training, the majority of the process that takes place is up to the client. It's not up to the trainer. It's not up to the gym. So when they go through the consult and they give that particular client a workout regimen to follow through on, and they send them home, part of the process along the way, or should I say the majority of the process along the way, is up to the client having that discipline to follow that regimen that they've now given them to do. So maybe they're working biceps and triceps and legs and everything else for 3 days of the week, and they're doing cardio. 2 days of the week, and then cardio the other 3 days. But again, I keep going back to.
Let me ask you this though, because the one thing that my experience, being memberships of different workout places, I noticed that in January everybody said, "Oh, I'm going to get fit for the year," and they all get ready and just say, "I'm ready to go," and then 30 days later, half the place is empty again. First it's all full, and then people are gone. So how do you you mentioned the words discipline and preparation, and it's up to the client, not the trainer. But what I'm trying to get at is, how do you, and I'm going to use you as an example because obviously you're constantly improving yourself physically, mentally, and so how do you stay in such a state to keep yourself on point? Because whatever you're doing, a lot of us want to do, I mean, as a past athlete, Ed and I both are past athletes, and, in for example, we played basketball together, and, during the fall, we get ready for basketball season. We work out, we plan for 8-9 months, out of the year, and so therefore we had to be physically and mentally in shape and ready to go. But after you stop playing and after you stop doing all those physical things, what does it take to really keep that same edge in your mind?
It's a self-discipline. It's how I was brought up. I had a gentleman that asked me what keeps me so driven, because he sees me on Facebook and he sees me involved, and how do I stay motivated? And I just explained to him that I'm self-driven. I don't need someone to say, "Donna, I need you to take that next step." And it's just based on my upbringing. I truly feel it's my upbringing, that discipline background that I received, the consistency that of doing one thing over and over again. For example, being in a sport, several sports, for 10, 15 years. And so I've gotten into a discipline where it's like an eating habit. Once you get into the proper discipline, then, and you know what's good and bad for you, you're not going to want to gravitate to those bad things, because now you're accustomed to a different way of living. So it's that consistency, that discipline that takes that mindset to another level. So that's one of the reasons why I feel the need to constantly improve on myself. And then I have a passion, too. I have a strong passion in my heart for seeing people well. And so when I see the obesity and I see what people are eating and how they're consuming, it goes back to a seminar I did on how to love yourself. I don't see those people loving themselves. You cannot love your body, and you cannot love your temple and even say that you love yourself if you are putting those things into your body that's going to net the negative results. And
so
a lot of people,
are you saying, it sounds to me, it's not a mental thing, it's from experience, the way you were brought up, and then at the same time, it's loving yourself which is sort of like a mental thing, wouldn't you say? I mean,
yes.
How do you love yourself, in a way so that you can be so disciplined like yourself and stay on par? That is the question. So you're doing something to love yourself, because
yes.
a lot of times, you can look in the mirror and you still see things that you might not like, or whatever the case may be, But the bottom line is, what I'm saying is that what does it take to love yourself?
You have to eliminate all the external factors. External materialistic things are not going to allow you to love yourself. You have to see yourself for who you are inside, deeply inside. But if you are not at a stage where you have eliminated certain emotions from your early stages in life, then you're going to continue going through that cycle. So ridding your body of things that may be bogging your system down will open your eyes and kind of lighten your load, so to speak, so you can begin to see life from a different perspective. The frustration, the anger you feel for people, the frustration that you feel for people, the need to wanting to have people around you all the time in gatherings or meetings, and not being able to stand on your own 2 feet to make a decision and know that that's a sound decision that you've made. Having the tendency to want to lean to other people and see what the masses said versus you standing individually firm on your ground, feeling, no, I know that this is correct, and I'm going to hold on that ground. Because a lot of times when you're on the proper ground, the masses is the ones that's not going down the right path. If you're standing alone, that means you're doing something right in a lot of cases. So people don't have that individuality to be able to say, this is what I believe in. I'm going to do affirmations every day to speak truth and light and life into myself. So it's a practice. It's really a practice, because every morning you get up, you should be doing something that's going to get your mind and body prepared to deal with the outside world. Otherwise, you will be going back and forth, like the Bible says, wavering. The minute someone says something to you, you're going to go in that direction because you don't have a sound ground to stand on it.
So, now I just heard you say some things that now you have a routine that you do mentally, or I'm sure you heard the term self-talk, and and things like giving your mind, programming your mind to a sort of like a subconscious mind of telling yourself about loving yourself and what have. Do you have some type of routine that you do to help you get through your days?
Yes. I would say that everything starts and ends in prayer. So that's one of the first things I do in the morning and the first things that I do when I go to bed at night. The second thing is being a part of the whole holistic lifestyle. I am 3-level Qigong certified, and I also teach yoga. Qigong is a form of getting the body grounded and learning how to properly breathe. To get the proper.
I've never
heard of Qigong.
Now, is this a exercise, or is just what you was just saying? Just something to teach you how to breathe?
Qigong is a form of Chinese art medicine. It's similar to Tai Chi, and it is it's an activity that takes place similar to yoga, but with less movement, less stand-in and sit-in movement. So you're standing in a stationary position, and you're utilizing your limbs, your arms and legs, to generate more what we call qi energy. Qi is life force. It sounds like CHI, but it's spelled QI. So what it does, it allows the body to generate more qi, which is more energy, because we are a field of energy, to intake more oxygen into the body, which gets more blood flow circulation to the mind and everything else, all the limbs in the body. So it's very powerful. Everyone has energy field around them. It's how well they maximize it and how well they use it. And that's one of the gifts I have within myself, where my energy is very strong. And by practicing chi, it makes my energy feel stronger. So I can walk into a room pretty much and sense right from wrong. I can walk and do a massage on someone, and before I even touch them, I can sense what the body is telling me. So, and that takes practice. It's becoming in tune with yourself. And I'll go back to the second step that I was talking about as far as being grounded, being in tune with yourself daily. Because when you get your body prepared properly in the morning before you walk out, then you're now faced with multiple facets of people and things and activities and stress response that you will be able to manage a little bit different. If you're not grounded, then it's like being on a cruise ship that just encountered bad waves. That ship is going to be swaying all over the place. So you have to...
Now, you said something. Can I say something here? Donna, you said something about prayer. You start your day with prayer and you end it with prayer. I'm pretty sure that some people in the audience would want to know, what does prayer have to do with keeping your body in shape and losing weight or whatever? What does prayer do for you that takes you through that day, and why you have to end your day with prayer?
Well, first of all, you always have to be grateful for everything you do in life. And if you're not in a grateful mode, you're not going to your body is not going to be able to receive the things that you are hoping that comes to you, you're praying for. You have to always be in receiving mode. And the way to be in receiving mode is leaving yourself open to the Lord, to the Holy Spirit, to whatever your God is that you practice. I personally am a Christian, and I'm proud of saying that. So when your body is open to receive, then all of those visions and missions and things that you have, you'll notice that the earth will line up. It will line up with everything that you are praying for. When you relax, you're in a relaxed response so that everything can now come into play. This might sound like a crazy example to use, but if you're going to the restroom and you're doing number 2 and you're trying to strain to do number 2, this is pretty direct. And you're like, you're trying to go to the bathroom. What usually happens? Tell me what happens. What happens when you do that, when you try to strain?
Well, sometimes it doesn't come out. It's useless.
You're absolutely right.
You have
all
to,
the time.
But
you
find out that you have to relax. If you relax, then it's gonna, you're gonna do what you have to do if you just relax. And everything.
So you just gave me the answer. Yeah. Your body will come out of that what we call flight or fright zone. Okay, when you're in flight or fright, nothing happens. If you notice when you travel to a different country, a lot of times you don't go to the restroom because your body is in the shock zone because it's in a new area and a new environment, so it's trying to adapt and it's trying to grab a hold of everything, so your body locks up. So when you relax and you breathe and you don't think about anything, the mind and body lines up where it allows your system to automatically disperse and dispense what it needs to do.
Mm-hmm. Now, I asked that question. Donna, I asked that question as a devil's advocate because I start my day with prayer, and I start my meal and stuff with prayer. And there's a reason why I do that. I just wanted to get your ideas and stuff about why you start your day with prayer and you end it with prayer. Yeah.
I was getting ready to finish answering that by saying that, people practice different things. I don't criticize what their practice, their belief is, who they pray to, but I will tell you, whatever that may be, on our aspects as being a Christian, if your vessel is open to receiving, then you are used as a conduit. So what separates me as a massage therapist from anyone else, the Lord has been using me now for several years by placing my hands on people. To give you a couple of examples, I did a massage one day, and the lady turned over, and she said, "What was that?" And I said, well, it was just, it's a massage, and I talked very lightly on it because I already know what's going on. I had a lady that I touched at an event in the fairgrounds, big fairgrounds event, and she has been in all kinds of pain, and I go to touch her, and the minute I touch her, she broke down in tears. And she said, I said, what's going on? And she said, I don't want my husband to see me going through this because he's going to worry. And I did what I did. I touched her. I worked on her. She was in so much pain she couldn't even bend her knees to sit on my chair. And I took my time with her, took her through the massage process. The next day she called me and she says, I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, I've been going to people for close to 1 year and has never received such a response as I received from you. I've had people tell me they've been to big spas in Arizona and the best spas ever in all these different countries, and they've never been touched the way that I've been touching them. And I don't take credit for that. I just allow the Lord to constantly work through me. I tell people often, if my mind has to be in the right zone, I have people that want to come and get inexpensive massage from me, and I send them away. I said, maybe I'm not the one for you, because when I touch you, I'm in tune with what I'm doing. I'm picking up what your body is telling me, and I'm working to help heal you through whatever process it is that you're going through, and allow the Lord to work through me. And I just leave it at that. So my passion and my ability to keep my mind and body open to everything, I find that I receive more when I just relax and I watch how everything in my life lines up to get the results that's desired for those clients' needs. So prayer works.
Well,
it does work.
Let me ask you this second question regarding the physical part, which is really entails the nutritional part of it, what you do, how you keep your body, pure, the best that you can as far as, when your body is clean and without any kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, garbage in it, garbage in, garbage out. So what do you do to really help you in that manner?
I stay away from processed foods, and I focus on what comes out of the earth, not what's on the shelves in the store, because those are man-made items. You're talking about just the food side of it, or are you talking about overall?
Well, the thing is the food part, and then you also do you do herbs, vitamins?
Yes.
I know that you. Go ahead.
Yes, it's a combination of things. It's the physical workout piece. It is the spiritual aspect, and that's actually my vision for my practice as far as a holistic and wellness life coach. It's an entire inside, outside, head-to-toe experience. It's not just about personal training. It's not just about food healing. It's about your stress response. How do you handle stress? It's about how far back in the lifestyle you had years ago. So it's a combination of things.
So like really coming to you or your way of thinking as far as like people who might have addictions. It could be addictions to certain foods or addictions to alcohol, drugs, and stuff like that. You can actually sort of, not saying that you're a medical type person, what I'm saying is that those things can actually, you can help them actually get out of those types of addictions by the things that they eat, the things that they take, and what have you, and plus this, the physical part and the mental part and the spiritual part.
That's correct, and what you just said is correct. I'm not an expert in certain fields, so what I do is I refer out to a team of experts that is eligible to take them through that process. I know what needs to happen, and I find my role as being a conduit, taking someone from a point where they're at total exhaustion in their life and wanting an actual change in their life, to bringing them through a journey and putting them in the right direction as to how they can get this overall package, which we call their body and their temple, in the right order.
That's fantastic. Because when you're talking about a holistic thing, it's just what the word is. You're completing a total whole person from head to toe and helping them, sort of align themselves in the universe, to sort of kind of help them be a better person physically, mentally. And you know, you don't get that type of service. You don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that kind of information from everybody because, like I said, you know, when you go to a club, they're just going to help you look good in the mirror.
Correct.
That's it.
It's all physical. That's it. And they'll take your weight, take your measurements, ask you what you've been doing, and they'll put you on the process items and send you on your way and take your money. That's not what I do.
That's right.
And so in respect to what it would look like to come and have me take care of you for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you're going to have to pay to be able to make allow me to make a transformation on your body, mind, and spirit. Because if you're serious about it, you have to invest in yourself. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They want a quick fix. I don't do quick fix. And I'll give you a good example. You know, my day is never planned, and I always tell people don't plan your day because it's not up to you. Okay, the Lord makes the direction and sends you down the road that he thinks is necessary. So you can have your own agenda, but he has a better plan for you. And it may take you off course than what you think it is. So yesterday, pretty much what I was doing, I have a cousin from Canada that flew down, and she was supposed to go to about an hour and a half from where we are in Tampa and ended up downtown Tampa where we were. And I explained to her, I said, that was not by chance. You were meant to be here because you were just to come right to me. And she has stage 4 cancer in the liver, and the doctor said they have nothing else they can do for her. They cannot do nothing else for her. So she flew in from Canada to try to get some service on a holistic foundation here in Florida to help take her to a different level. Well, she bumps into Donna. So immediately I cleared my schedule yesterday, and I said, listen, these are some things we have to do right now. And this is when I started to reach out to my advocates and my experts. So it's funny because I'm sitting now in a vehicle with her. She is frail thin, and we're walking her through a holistic and a natural process that's going to take her body to another level in a better way. Because no one has the final say. The doctors don't have the final say. No one has the final say. It's what you know that's going to help take you there. And one of the first things that needs to take place, as I mentioned earlier, is that whole emotional process has got to change. Because once the emotional process changes, it releases all the baggages from the body, so the mind can now and the body can now start to receive all the nutritional pieces that's going to be added to her system. So this is a journey around for the next 3 days. We ran all over town yesterday and did some great things, and today we did some additional things and had an opportunity to speak to a holistic center. And so it's a process, but now it's crunch time because it's now making the right decisions to figure out how do we get her to another level. And getting those processed food is not that point.
Well, you know, the thing is that the way it looks like where you guide your life is very phenomenal, really, because you know you're walking by the Spirit. And at the same time, you're diagnosing and you're being able to assist people in such a way where whether they're, sort of very ill or the people that want to better themselves from the beginning.
Correct.
You know, someone walks into your shop that's 100 pounds overweight or might have certain types of problems or whatever. You can help them from the beginning to the end, you know, whether they just want to get in shape or be more healthier, you can guide them along that way. And, you know, at this time, you know, I really want to thank you for joining us and taking this time with us. We know that, you know, Donna, Ms. Sharpe is on the Ted and Ed Money Connection blog, and you can also check her out on our Facebook as well, the Money Connection. And she practically blogs every day for us, and we really appreciate her in a lot of ways because I'm learning so much from her. Also, Donna, if anyone wanted to contact you or anything like that or get information from you, what would you have them do? Email you, or how would you do that?
Yes, they can contact me at Complete Essence Massage and Spa. And that's Complete Essence Massage and Spa, or they can reach me at 813-789-8377. And I'm going to actually have to call this call to a completion just to avoid any additional sound.
I know.
Well, we thank you for your time, and we appreciate it. This is Ted Harvey and Ed Bishop, along with Miss Donna Sharpe, and we thank you so much, The Money Connection.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me today.
I stopped the recording about a minute ago, so we shouldn't be. We should be okay. Okay, and
awesome.
Thanks, Donna, for you giving your time and everything and stuff for us. And I just wanted to let you know, and if there's any noise in the background, don't worry about it. It won't be in the recording. I just wanted to let you know that your audio recordings and stuff, I try to turn it into a video. And what I'm doing and stuff is I'm taking some of your pictures and stuff off of your site, and I'm putting those pictures and stuff into kind of a slideshow while you're talking.
Nice.
So yeah, so while you're talking, the pictures of what you do and what's going on and stuff in your Complete Essence shop, they're all popping up there so people can be able to see it. And they'll see your face, they'll see pictures of you. I even got a picture of you with your leg up around your head.
Oh, you have that one. Everyone wishes to do.
Yeah,
right?
I got that picture. So that's going to be in that video and everything. So it takes a little bit longer to work on something like that for you. So that's why your video is not out there yet. Okay.
So just let them know if they're trying. Let them know if they're trying to put their head over their neck. They have to have some recommendations.
Some training.
Some training, some recommendations, because that's not something the normal person does at a given age.
Hey,
I know. I can't do it.
All right, Miss Donna.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a great day today.
You do the same.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.